Good evening and welcome back to Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa for tonight's second round matchup in the OCAA 2018 Men's Baseball Championship as presented by Bel Air Direct. My name is Brian Oliver. Glad you could join us on the live stream for this game between the two undefeated teams in the tournament, the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. The St. Clair Saints are five-time defending champions in this tournament and will be the visitor in this game. They were knocked out of first place this year by Humber. Humber finished it with a 17-3 record, and St. Clair was 15-5. Humber will be in the white jerseys. They are defending, and they have just taken the field right now. St. Clair will be wearing their dark green jerseys with yellow numbers. St. Clair earlier today won its opening round match against the Durham Lords. That game was played early this afternoon. It was a 6-0 victory for St. Clair. That got them into this game. Humber advanced to this game by virtue of a 6-2 win over the Fanshawe Falcons. Short time ago in the elimination game, Fanshawe defeated Durham 7-6, so Durham is out of the tournament now, and Fanshawe will play tomorrow morning against the loser of this upcoming game between St. Clair and Humber. That will be played tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The winner of this game gets an automatic ticket to the championship pairing. So lots on the line here for St. Clair and Humber. So Kevin Dion will start things off in the first inning here for St. Clair. He's the shortstop, and he'll take a strike. Brandon Lyons is the pitcher for the Humber Hawks. The right-hander deals. That ball is grounded to second. Keegan Murphy comes up with it, throws it to first for the first out of the ball game. Quickly one up and one down. So that'll bring up Kyle Gagnon. He is the second baseman for St. Clair. Gagnon from Bell River. Bats from the right side. Takes the first pitch from Brandon Lyons, and it's a ball. Second pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. Count moves to 1-1. There's a 2-1 pitch. Brandon Lyons low with that one, missing to Kyle Gagnon. The count runs 2-1. That time it's grounded to third base, and making a beautiful play at third base there, Ty Martin retires Gagnon 5-3, the second out of the inning. So quickly 2 up and 2 down for the St. Clair Saints. It'll be Miguel Cienfuegos, who's playing right field in this game. He was the starting pitcher for St. Clair in the opening match of the tournament, went 6 innings against Durham. Was the winning pitcher in that game. Quickly 2 out here for pitcher Brandon Lyons. The first pitch to Cienfuegos is a strike. Brandon Lyons is in his 5th year with Humber. There's a ball. Finished the season with a 2.63 earned run average. 26 strikeouts, only 5 walks. The right-hander delivers outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Lyons had a record of 2 wins and a loss in 5 appearances. He started 4 games for the Hawks this season. Here's the 2-1. It's inside to Cienfuegos, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Again, the winner of this game will go automatically to the championship pairing tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. 3 teams remain in the tournament. There's Cienfuegos, hits that to the right side. It's a fair ball down the right field line. Cienfuegos goes around first. He's digging for second, and he's going to be digging for third as Humber is not able to come up with the ball quickly, and he's in with a triple. Just off the glove of Hunter Bisser at first base. If he had been able to snag that, the inning was probably over, but it bounced away from him and right down the line, so it's a two-out triple for Cienfuegos. So another right-handed hitter coming up now for St. Clair, Tyler Lansley. Comes up with a chance to put his team out in front here in the first inning. He takes a strike from Brandon Lyons. Tyler Lansley from Newmarket. He's the third baseman in this ball game for the Saints. Count is 0-1. Now it's 0-2. Brandon Lyons firing that in there for a strike. Count 2 strikes against Tyler Lansley. Runner at third here for St. Clair. There's a ball hit to short. Jared Gonzalez comes up with it, fires it on to first, and the inning is over. So the St. Clair Saints strand a runner at third after that hit, and at the end of half an inning, it's St. Clair no score and Humber coming to bat. And welcome back to Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa for tonight's fourth game, second round matchup of this OCAA Men's Baseball 2018 Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. My name is Brian Oliver. Glad you are with us on the live stream for this game between the two remaining undefeated teams in the tournament, the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints, both powerhouses in the OCAA. Humber 17-3 this season. St. Clair 15-5, but with the Humber being the home team because of the better record, so that's why they are batting here in the bottom of the first inning now. Humber in the white jerseys and St. Clair in the dark green jerseys with the white pants. So the pitcher for St. Clair, Taylor Pappen, takes the mound. He's a left-hander. First pitch is very high for ball one. Throws hard. And this is power against power here. It's Liam Sutherland, center fielder for Humber, leading things off. He had a monster game against Fanshawe earlier today. Pappen's second pitch is high for ball two. There's a strike from Pappen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Liam Sutherland with 28 runs scored this season. No one really in the league even close to that. So he gets on base a lot. He's got huge speed, and there's a power hit to center field. Center fielder going after it and is able to get under that is Darian Gray. Well hit ball, but the center fielder tracks it down, and that's the first out for the Humber Hawks. So Justin Mara, the catcher, will come up now for Humber College. Justin Mara from Toronto. It's a left-handed hitter. Papin with the delivery. It is just off the zone for a ball. 1-0. Just underway here between Humber and St. Clair. Both teams 1-0 in the tournament. There's a strike from Papin. Again, the winner of this game goes to the final pairing tomorrow. Gold medal game, gold medal matchup at least, at 1 o'clock tomorrow here at Kinsman Stadium. The loser of this game will take on the Fanshawe Falcons tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Papin is in there with a strike. Count is 1-2. Papin, a very smooth left-handed pitcher. Throws hard. And off speed there, just missing. Count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Taylor Papin, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Pulls the string on Mara, 2 away. So it'll be Andrew Thompson. Hard-hitting left fielder for the Hawks. Andrew Thompson this year, leading batter in the OCAA. That ball is skied to left center, and under it is the center fielder, Darian Gray. And that is a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. A couple of loud fly balls, but caught by Darian Gray in center field. We've played an inning, and there is no score between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Welcome back to Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Brian Oliver here bringing you coverage of the OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. This is a round 2 game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Both teams 1-0 in the tournament so far. It's a double elimination tournament, so you keep playing until you've lost twice. And neither of these teams with a loss yet. So obviously one team will have a loss after this game. The losing team in this game will play the other surviving team with one loss right now, the Fanshawe Falcons. That will be the bronze medal game tomorrow morning here at Kinsman Stadium, scheduled for 10 o'clock. The winner will go to the gold medal matchup, starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, again here at Kinsman Stadium. So we go to the second inning, and a bunt attempt by the leadoff hitter, Brendan Renault, and he fouls it off for strike 1. Renault is the leading hitter for St. Clair this year, .411 average. 21 RBI during the season. Major producer on the offensive side. He's playing first base tonight. He fouls that one off the ground and then off his leg. That stings. He'll try and shake that one off. He'll step back into the plate now against Brandon Lyons. Count is 0-2 to Renault. Off-speed pitch, misses, 1-2. Just one hit in the ball game so far. Came back in the first inning. Miguel Cienfuegos with a triple, but was stranded back in the first. There's no score. We're in the top of the second inning. A ball there to Renault makes it to a 2-2 count. Here comes Brandon Lyons again. That ball is grounded foul. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. A cool and breezy evening here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. A very big playing surface with the wall very deep in left field. There's the 2-2 pitch, fouled off again off his leg. Now that's going to sting even worse than the first one, because that's the second time in this at-bat he's fouled one off his leg. And he's going to take a moment. 352 down the left field line in this park, which is considerably larger than most Major League ballparks as far as the home run fence goes. 324 down the right field line. That's more in line with what you would see at Rogers Center and most other fields in the majors. 400 to left center, 395 to right center. And the 2-2 pitch is taken for strike 3. First strikeout of the ball game for Brandon Lyons. One away for St. Clair here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up Garrick Goddard, the left fielder. Goddard steps in for his first cuts of the game. That ball is lifted to left field. It's staying up long enough, and the left fielder is under it, Andrew Thompson, for the second out of the inning. Patrick Kibble will be the batter now for St. Clair. He's the catcher. Patrick Kibble from Windsor. Bats on the right side. 2 away here very quickly for St. Clair in the top of the second. Brandon Lyons is in there with a strike. 2 exceptionally good ball teams facing off against each other here in the OCAA playoffs tonight. Essentially, the winner of this game would go right to the gold medal matchup tomorrow, and they would have to be beaten twice in order to lose the tournament. So there's a huge advantage to the team that wins this game tonight. Kibble now with a 2-1 count against Brandon Lyons. And that pitch is fouled away for strike 2. Temperature still 11 degrees here in Oshawa. Scheduled to drop down to maybe 10, maybe 9 degrees before the end of this game. And breezy conditions, but not terribly breezy. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Kibble is gone on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Brandon Lyons. No runs across. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning. So we've played an inning and a half here. No score between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa for tonight's game between St. Clair and Humber. This is the match up of the undefeated teams in the 2018 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. We go to the bottom of the second inning, no score between Humber and St. Clair, just one hit in the ball game. Humber in the first inning were 3 up and 3 down, and Taylor Pappen, the pitcher for St. Clair, did strike out one batter and had a couple of flyouts to center. So we move to the bottom of the second. It'll be Dennis DeBanning. He is the designated hitter in this game for the Humber Hawks. And he takes a really healthy cut at that pitch and fouls it back for strike one. Big right-handed hitter. Exciting player for Humber. He is a third-year player. Led the team with 21 RBI this year. That pitch misses for ball one. Ball and a strike. Also led Humber in at-bats this year with 67. Posted a .343 average. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Dennis DeBanning. That pitch misses, 2-1. Taylor Pappen, the left-hander, deals. Swing and a miss for strike two. Taylor Pappen, the left-hander from Brantford, fires the pitch. It is grounded down the third base line. It's foul. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on. First batter here in the bottom of the second inning for the Humber Hawks. Here comes Pappen with a 2-2 pitch. That is fouled back. Waiting on deck is fifth-year player Keegan Murphy, the second baseman for the Humber Hawks in tonight's game. Here comes the lefty's 2-2 pitch. It's low and inside, bounces in the dirt, gets away. No damage though, nobody on the base pass at the moment. But DeBanning has worked the count full, 3-2. The payoff pitch is lifted foul. Power against power here. DeBanning this year had 3 doubles and a home run for the Humber Hawks. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that one is hammered to right field, but it looks like the right fielder is right under it. Miguel Cienfuegos makes the catch, 1 away. So it was a long battle, but the St. Clair pitcher comes out ahead by getting a fly ball to right field. So 1 out. Taylor Pappen has retired the first 4 batters of the game for Humber. And so here's Keegan Murphy, the second baseman. He'll try his luck. He bats from the right side. First pitch is high for ball 1. Keegan Murphy from Brampton in his 5th year of eligibility for the Humber Hawks. Taylor Pappen will deliver that one outside, and it's 2-0. Keegan Murphy with 85 career hits in the OCAA for the Humber Hawks. Batted .339 this year. There's a strike. Keegan Murphy with an on-base of .449 and a slugging percentage of .500, so a very high OPS of .949. Those are good numbers. But to be fair, a lot of the batters in the Humber lineup had outstanding numbers. It's a very powerful lineup and a veteran lineup. They are the team that they're hoping to knock off St. Clair this year. St. Clair, a 5-time defending champion in this tournament, so Humber looking to make a statement in this game tonight and serve notice that they want to take the crown away. Check swing. He did not go around, so it's a ball. 3 balls and a strike now to Keegan Murphy. 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. No score between St. Clair and Humber. Murphy steps back in now. The left-hander's ready. Fires, and it's in there for a strike. 3-2. Hunter Bisser, the first baseman, waits on deck. Pappen has retired the first 4 batters of this game, but he had a tough battle with the Banning in the last one, and this time he gets a strikeout looking. Keegan Murphy not pleased with that call. It's the second out of the inning and the second strikeout of the game for Taylor Pappen. So Humber still looking for its first base runner in this ball game. 5 up and 5 down. And Hunter Bisser will now step in. Did not play in the first game today against Fanshawe. Takes a ball from Pappen. Two out, nobody on. Here's the 1-0. That's tight. 2-0. Pappen's 2-0 pitch is inside. Ball 3. So Taylor Pappen really in a hole now. See what he can do with the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. Hunter Bisser, third-year player. Led the team in walks this year, 14. And there's another one. He's the first runner of the ball game. It's a walk for Hunter Bisser. As mentioned, he had 14 walks during the regular season for the Humber Hawks with an on-base percentage of .406. So he's very disciplined at the plate, and he is the first runner on the base paths in this game for the Hawks. And the right fielder, Brandon Costa, will come up now. He'll bat from the left side against this left-handed pitcher, and Pappen's in there with a strike. Bisser, likely a threat to run. He had 9 stolen bases in the season. And with base runners at a premium in this game, here he goes. There's the pitch. Throw down to second is high. He is safe with a stolen base. So Hunter Bisser gets the walk and follows through with a stolen base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 away here in the bottom of the second for the Humber Hawks. Count is a ball and a strike to Brandon Costa. A base hit here might put Humber out in front. Pappen's pitch is fouled back off the fence. 1-2. Humber looking for its first hit in the ball game so far. They do have a runner in scoring position here with 2 away. The 1-2. Off speed, just misses. Hard to lay off of that one, but Costa had the eagle eye. Count is 2-2. Taylor Pappen now. The 2-2 pitch. And that one drops in for strike 3. The inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning, both looking for Taylor Pappen, but the Inning is over. We've played 2 complete innings here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. Humber, no score. St. Clair, no score. And back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa for tonight's game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. This is the OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. Battle of the unbeaten teams so far in the tournament. St. Clair at 1-0 and Humber both also at 1-0. St. Clair winning earlier today 6-0 over the Durham Lords. And Humber defeating Fanshawe 6-2. And that's how both of these teams both got into this game. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning now. St. Clair in the green jerseys and the white pants. They are the visiting team. Darian Gray is the batter. He's the center fielder for the Saints. The 0-1 pitch from Brandon Lyons is low. 1-1. St. Clair with the only hit of the ball game so far. That came back in the 1st inning. It was a triple by Miguel Cienfuegos. Gray takes that pitch low, 2-1. That's the only blemish on the scorecard so far for Brandon Lyons, but no runs came in on that because the Saints stranded that runner at 3rd back in the 1st. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Darian Gray will foul that one off to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Darian Gray saw action in 15 of St. Clair's 20 games this year. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Gray is out, swinging on strikes. Third strikeout of the ball game for Brandon Lyons. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Tommy Cheng. Cheng is a right-handed bat. Squares to bunt, takes it back, ball 1. Tommy Cheng played in just 6 games this season for St. Clair. Squares to bunt again, takes it away again, and it's a ball. Tommy Cheng is from Hong Kong and his first-year player for St. Clair. That pitch is called strike. Batter says Cheng went around on the swing. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Brandon Lyons. That ball just drops right off. Cheng swings and misses for strike 2. Great pitch by Brandon Lyons. Looked like that had some late slide to it. It just dropped right off the plate. That pitch is taken for strike 3. Cheng is out. And that's the 4th strikeout now in the game. for Brandon Lyons. So 2 out now. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Kevin Dion. Kevin Dion is the left-handed hitter from Newmarket. Takes a ball from Brandon Lyons. Dion swings and misses. It's strike one. 25 hits this year for Kevin Dion. 3 doubles, 3 triples. That ball is going to go up the middle, off the shortstop's glove, and that's an infield single for Dion. Just hit too hard, and a tough play there for Jared Gonzalez, who's a very good shortstop, but just not able to come up with that one. So that's the second hit of the ball game for St. Clair. Comes with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And here's Kyle Gagnon. Kyle Gagnon, the second baseman for St. Clair, takes a ball. Played in all 20 games this year. Batted .302, 16 hits, 10 runs batted in. Kevin Dion is the runner at first. He looks in. That pitch is taken inside ball 2. Brandon Lyons just missing with that one. St. Clair looking for some 2-out magic here in the top of the 3rd inning. No score between the Saints and the Hawks. Lyons misses again, so the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. And waiting on deck is Miguel Cienfuegos, who tripled back in the 1st inning. Lyons would prefer not to have to face him. There's a strike. 3 balls and a strike. We prefer not to face him with runners on base, that is, of course. So the count is 3-1. Lyons steps off this time. The 3-1 is grounded to the 3rd base side. It is a foul ball, just foul before the 3rd base bag. That runs the count full. But it also means that Dion will be able to run and take off with the pitch once the pitcher comes home. So a running start here for the base runner, if Gagnon can put it in play. And there goes the runner. Here's the pitch, and it hits Gagnon. So that's a hit by pitch. Dion moves down to 2nd. And now there are 2 on for St. Clair with 2 away. And here is Miguel Cienfuegos from Laval, Quebec. As you notice there, he always comes up to the plate and puts some kind of signature or symbol down in the dirt with the handle of the bat. He's done that in every plate appearance so far today. Comes up in a situation here to put his team out in front. 2 away, but 2 on for St. Clair. The first pitch is low, ball 1. Justin Mara, the catcher, went out and had a little chat there with Brandon Lyons beforehand, and they are staying away right now from Cienfuegos. 2 pitches way out of the zone. The count is 2-0. Runners at 1st and 2nd here for St. Clair in the top of the 3rd inning, no score. Favorable count here for Cienfuegos. Here's the 2-0 pitch. He grounds it to right side. Great play by the first baseman, and he will make the play and run to first to retire Cienfuegos. Outstanding play by Hunter Bisser behind the bag at first base. The inning is over. So the St. Clair Saints strand 2 runners and unable to score. We've played 2.5 innings here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium. No score between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Brian Oliver here at the OCAA Men's Baseball 2018 Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in a scoreless game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Taylor Pappen, starting left-handed pitcher for St. Clair, takes the mound, and he will face Ty Martin, the third baseman for the Humber Hawks, to lead this third inning. Humber has had just one base runner so far in the game. It came on a walk back in the second inning. That walk ended up stealing a base to get to second, but Humber stranded him there. Ty Martin takes a strike from Taylor Pappen. Humber in the white jerseys, St. Clair in the green jerseys. The 1-1 pitch is low, and that caught or bounced off the catcher, stung his hand a bit. That's Patrick Kibble, and he's gonna just shake that off. On a cool night, those ones that hit what you don't expect certainly sting. He's shaking his throwing hand. See if that comes into any impact here in this third inning. Pappen's 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty Martin, first at bat of the game. Pappen with 3 strikeouts through 2 innings in this game and 1 walk. The 2-2 pitch is short of the plate, bounces up and hit the catcher in the mask, bounces away, and the count is 3-2. Humber would love to get this opening leadoff hitter on base, get Taylor Pappen out of any kind of comfort zone. The lefty deals the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 4th strikeout of the ball game now for Taylor Pappen. So it's the shortstop, Jared Gonsalves. He's the number 9 hitter. But no matter where you are in this Humber lineup, it's a powerful hitting lineup. Everybody can hit. Gonsalves takes ball 1. Gonsalves batted .377 in the regular season and led the team in doubles, or at least tied the team lead in doubles with 5. Big cut there. Count goes to 1-1. Gonsalves is one of the few players in this lineup in his first year of eligibility tonight. Many of the players in their 5th year, but Gonsalves is a rookie. Here's the 1-1. Just low for ball 2. Again, very impressive batting numbers for Gonsalves this year. .450 on the on-base percentage and .509 slugging. There's a ball for 3-1 now. So .959 OPS. A lot of the players on this team with an OPS of over 900. That's power and patience. There's a strike. Count runs full. Taylor Pappen battling back here. Humber batting in the bottom of the third inning in a scoreless game. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Good batters are able to knock away those 2-strike pitches to stay alive. Wait for something better, or maybe work a walk into it. Gonsalves with 6 walks this year. Here's the 3-2 again. That time he grounds it to third base and throwing it onto first in the dirt, and a great scoop by Brendan Renaud to retire the batter. Tyler Lansley making a great play there for the Saints. That's the 2nd out of the inning. So Pappen in good control right now, but he's had to work for it. He's been deep into many counts. Humber has worked many counts up to 3-2. But in most cases, Papin's been able to come out on top. The first pitch to Liam Sutherland, leadoff hitter now as the lineup turns over for Humber. That's a strike. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Sutherland was all in on that one. And we've seen the power from him so far today. He had a triple and a double in the earlier game today against Fanshawe. Here's the 0-2. And fouled off. Sutherland stays alive. Sutherland is 0 for 1 in the game. He flied out to center to lead it off for the Hawks back in the first. Taylor Papin again with the 0-2. Pulls the string and it's called strike 3. And an unhappy Liam Sutherland walks to the dugout as a 5th strikeout victim in the game for Taylor Papin. So the inning is over, 3 up and 3 down, a couple strikeouts again for Papin. And at the end of 3, it's no score between Humber and St. Clair. And back at Kinsman Stadium now as we head to the 4th inning of this very tight pitchers duel between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Both teams undefeated here at the OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. The winner of this game goes directly to the championship pairing tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. The loser of this game will drop into the bronze medal game and will have to face the Fanshawe Falcons tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And the winner of that game will then face the winner of this game for the championship. St. Clair, 5-time defending champions in this tournament. Humber was the silver medalist last year and looking to switch positions certainly this year if they can with St. Clair and knock them off that #1 pedestal that they've owned for the last 5 seasons. We go to the 4th inning now. St. Clair coming up. It's Tyler Lansley, the batter for St. Clair to lead things off. He's 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded out to short in the first. Takes a pitch just at the knees for strike 2 against Brandon Lyons. No runs, 2 hits for St. Clair. No runs, no hits for Humber. There's a check swing. Is he able to pull it back? And he did go on the appeal. And there's a strikeout. That's the first out of the inning. That is strikeout number 5 for Brandon Lyons. The next batter, Brendan Renault, first baseman, takes a first pitch strike from Brandon Lyons. He was a strikeout victim himself back to lead off the second. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Pitchers dominating so far in this game tonight between Humber and St. Clair. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Renault holds off away from that one. Count goes to 1-2. There's a swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt, and they will throw down to third to complete the strikeout. That's the second out of the inning. Two away. That's the sixth strikeout of the ball game now for Brandon Lyons, finding himself a groove here. He has 2 strikeouts in each of the last 3 innings. 2 out now here in the top of the 4th inning, and it'll be Garrett Goddard. He's the left fielder, batting from the left side. Can Lyons strike out the side? First pitch is in tight. Goddard has to get out of the way. Count is 1-0. There's a strike from Brandon Lyons. 1 ball, 1 strike. The umpiring crew all day long has been Andy Harrington, Jim Taylor, and Brian Bradley. There's strike 2. Garrett Goddard now behind, a ball and 2 strikes, as Brandon Lyons looks to try and strike out the side here in the 4th inning for St. Clair. A scoreless game here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium. The 1-2 pitch is lifted to right field. It is down the right field line and a foul ball. Brandon Costa was giving chase to it, but it was just way out of his reach. So they'll give Costa a moment to get back into position on the far right side of your screen. The count is a ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Goddard. 2 out here. Top of the 4th, no score. Humber and St. Clair. The 1-2. Off speed, hammered down the right field line and just foul. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Garrett Goddard was a .280 hitter this season for St. Clair. That ball is lifted to center field. Liam Sutherland is trying to get there. He will not get there. It's over his head. And Goddard is in with a 2-out double. That ball had some pop on it. Liam Sutherland gave chase and just missed it. Big hit there, and that's the 3rd hit of the ball game for St. Clair. And it'll keep the inning alive for Patrick Kibble, the catcher. So of the 3 hits in this game tonight, 2 of them for extra bases for St. Clair. Miguel Cienfuegos had a triple back in the 1st. He did not score. Kevin Dion had a single back in the 3rd, did not score. Garrett Goddard just hit a double. He's on second with 2 out. Represents the game's go-ahead run here in the top of the 4th inning. Brandon Lyons hoping to keep him there. There's the first pitch to Patrick Kibble. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. That pitch is fouled off to the right side, now to play, 0-2. Kibble just looking to stay alive here. Try and put something in play. Any kind of base hit to the outfield with Goddard's speed might be able to score him. Count is 0-2. And the catcher, Justin Mara, is looking for a recap of the signs. Just saw Mara, the catcher, put his hand down in the chalk to perhaps help illuminate his fingers to be able to see the signs. That pitch just misses for a ball, 1-2. So Mara maybe just trying to put that white chalk on his hand to make it easier to see whether he's putting down a call for a ball or a curve ball or a fastball or a slider. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It just misses again. 2-2. Brandon Lyons trying to paint that corner and ring up Patrick Kibble. St. Clair with a runner at second here in the top of the fourth, 2 away. The 2-2 pitch again is lifted to left field, and it's right at the left fielder, Andrew Thompson. He hardly had to move. It was hit hard, but it was right at the fielder for the third out of the inning. So no runs. Another runner stranded for St. Clair. We're through 3.5 innings here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. No score between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Back at Kinsman Stadium, Brian Oliver here with the OCAA Men's Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. The game featuring the 2 undefeated teams remaining in the tournament, or 2 teams with no losses so far, Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. The other team still alive in the tournament, the Fanshawe Falcons. They await the loser of this game in tomorrow's bronze medal game. Fanshawe eliminated the Durham Lords earlier this evening with a 7-6 come-from-behind victory over Durham to spoil the party for the host Durham Lords in a game that Durham led 6-3 going into the final inning, but Fanshawe exploded for 4 in the final inning. No offense so far in this game between Humber and St. Clair. It's been all pitchers and a couple of power pitchers, and Taylor Pappen, as we see here from St. Clair, and Brandon Lyons from the Humber Hawks. 4th inning, Pappen is on the mound and facing Justin Mara, the catcher for the Hawks. And the first 2 pitches in this at-bat, he's missed. Pappen has not given up a hit so far in this game. The only blemish, a walk to Hunter Bisser back in the 2nd inning. He's been deep in a lot of counts, though, and he is again here. It's 3-0. He's found a way each and every time to get out of it. It's a 3-0 count now to catcher Justin Mara. That pitch misses for ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 4th inning for the Humber Hawks. So we'll see what kind of pressure that puts on the St. Clair defense now. Just the 2nd base runner of the game for Humber. But the last time, the last base runner reached base with 2 out. This time we got a base runner with nobody out. The bunt attempt is popped foul and out of play. Andrew Thompson. So the count is 0-1. Humber looking maybe just to do anything it can to get Justin Mara over to 2nd base. Andrew Thompson's a power hitter. Probably not typically bunting in any situation, but in this game, anything to get a runner over. That ball is down the first baseline, and it's thrown away by Pappen as he tried to shuffle it. And that's going to move the base runners up to second and third as a perfect bunt is laid down by Andrew Thompson. And he beats it out as Pappen picked it up as a left-hander, tried to shuffle it with his hand, and he completely missed the first baseman, Brendan Renault, and the ball went down the line. So Thompson ends up on second, and Justin Mara runs all the way over to third base. And something cooking here perhaps for Humber in the fourth inning. Second and third, nobody out. So that'll lead to a mound visit now for the St. Clair Saints as they think, well, what's going to happen here? They know that Pappen has been lights out so far this whole game. Still technically has not given up a hit. He's got 4 strikeouts, but he's in a jam here with runners at second and third, nobody out in the fourth, and Dennis DeBanning, the designated hitter, at the plate. Runners at second and third here, we might see him swing away. We might maybe even see him try and lay out a bunt as they maybe try and squeeze a run in here. DeBanning, though, will swing at the first pitch for strike one. DeBanning 0 for 1 in this game. Flied out to right field back in the second inning. Although I'm sure he would take that in this situation for a sacrifice fly to put his team up ahead. Taylor Pappen under a bit of duress here in the fourth inning. That pitch is in there for a strike. Strike two. The Humber bench not liking that call. Just above the belt. 0-2. Taylor Pappen really looking for a strikeout here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Justin Mara is the go-ahead run, waiting at third. Andrew Thompson is at second. No score in the game here, bottom of the fourth. Pappen's pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. DeBanning is gone. That's a big strikeout for Pappen, and it's his 6th of the ball game. Yep, 6 strikeouts now for Taylor Pappen. Keegan Murphy comes to the plate now, the second baseman. He is also a strikeout victim tonight for the Humber Hawks. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Let's see if he can put something in play. Taylor Pappen fights back with a strike. It's 0-1. First base is open. Pappen hoping he can get another out here without surrendering a run. Big right-handed hitter. Taylor Pappen. Here he comes, the 0-1 pitch. Squares to bunt and then takes it back. Pitch was high. Count is 1-1. The Humber Hawks potentially could consider putting a bunt down here, a squeeze play. Knowing that they have not had a base hit in this ball game, maybe that's the way to score a run. But maybe they will come up with a hit here. There's a pitch, and it just misses. Keegan Murphy taking that pitch just off the corner of the plate. The count is 2-1. St. Clair's Taylor Pappen, the left-hander, in a bit of a jam here. Second and third for Humber with 1 out. Squaring to bunt, that ball is in play. Here comes the run home, and that's going to score a run. They do get the out at first base, but a run is in, and Humber leads this game by a count of 1-0. So it's an RBI for Keegan Murphy on the squeeze play, safety squeeze. And Humber leads it 1-0. Perfect bunt. And it was in that area where it was really tough for Pappen to even make a play with it. There was no way he was going to be able to come home. He just had to get the out at first, and that was a very close play unto itself. Now there's a runner at third with 2 away. And Hunter Bisser will come up. He walked in his only plate appearance in the ballgame so far. He takes a strike from Taylor Papin. Humber leads it 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. St. Clair looking to limit it to just a single run. That pitch misses high for a ball. Ball and a strike. One ball and 1 strike to Hunter Bisser, the first baseman for the Hawks. He'll foul that pitch off for strike 2. Humber with 1 run on no hits. They were assisted in this inning by an error. And scored a run on a squeeze play. 1-0. Count is 1-2. Papin will get that ball to ground right back to him. He underhands it to first base. Brendan Renault, and the inning is over. However, Humber strikes with minimal offense, a walk, an error, and a sacrifice bunt. And it's the end of 4 innings, 1-0 for Humber. Brian Oliver back here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, the OCAA Men's Baseball 2018 Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. We move to the 5th inning. St. Clair now trailing the Humber Hawks by a score of 1-0. Just a correction, back in the 4th inning, the bunt play by Andrew Thompson was ruled a base hit, so there is a hit for Humber in this game. 1 run on 1 hit in the last inning. There was an error, though, that did move the runners to the batter, Andrew Thompson, to second base, and Justin Mara, who eventually scored, to third base. So there was a hit and an error on that play. So it's a 1-0 count in favor of Humber as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Brendan Lyons still pitching for the Humber Hawks. He's facing Darian Gray here of the Saints, the center fielder. Pitch is taken just low in the zone for a strike. Count, I believe, is 1-2 here. Gray swings and misses, strike 3. That is the 7th strikeout of the ball game for Brandon Lyons. St. Clair with no runs in this game, 3 hits. No runs on 3 hits. For Humber, 1 run on 1 hit so far. Tommy Chang, the designated hitter, at the plate now for the St. Clair Saints. Wears jersey number 10, bats from the right side. He's 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out looking back in the 3rd. Count is 1-1 now from Brandon Lyons. St. Clair finding itself down a run here in the 5th inning. Chang swings and misses at strike 2. This is a battle between last year's gold medal winner, St. Clair, and the silver medal winner, Humber. Cheng takes that outside, ball 2. Cheng is a first-year player on the team from Hong Kong, China. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is hit hard to the third baseman, Ty Martin, who throws over to first and records the out. Cheng trying to beat that out, but a good play by Ty Martin. 2 out. Turns the lineup over for Kevin Dion. Dion is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Has one of the 3 hits so far in this game for St. Clair. First pitch taken just inside for a ball, 1-0. Brandon Lyons with a superb start here so far. That ball is chopped foul, 1-1. Kevin Dion with a .368 average this year. Knocked in 15 runs for the St. Clair Saints. He's been a part of these many of these championships. 4th-year player. I mentioned St. Clair has won every championship 2013 through 2017. 5 championships in a row. They're trying for 6 this year. Strike taken by Dion. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away and nobody on here for St. Clair in the top of the 5th. Humber leading it 1-0. That ball is hit right back to the pitcher. A superb play by Lyons. He underhands it to first for the out. The inning is over. That fires up Humber once again. We've played 4.5 innings here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium. The score, Humber Hawks 1, St. Clair Saints no score. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Brian Oliver, OCAA Men's Baseball 2018 Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Humber Hawks hoping to knock off the St. Clair Saints, the 5-time defending champions tonight in this battle of undefeated teams in the tournament. Winner gets a ticket to the gold medal matchup tomorrow. Humber with a 1-0 lead here, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Humber with 1 run on just 1 hit, and it was an infield bunt that led to a run back in the 4th inning. That's the only scoring in this ball game. St. Clair, no runs, 3 hits. Taylor Pappen, the pitcher for St. Clair, deals a strike to Brandon Costa, the right fielder for the Humber Hawks. Costa is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Taylor Pappen with 6 strikeouts so far in the ball game. swing and a miss by Costa for strike 2. Papin, last inning, gave up a leadoff walk, and then there was an error later in the inning, and then a squeeze play. That led to the 1 run that was scored by Humber. And we have a check swing. There was a check swing there, and the ball got away, and there was concern that perhaps the check swing was a full swing, and had that been the case, the batter would have had to have run down to first base. As it turns out, it wasn't a swing, so the count is 2-2. Taylor Papin's 2-2 pitch is lifted to right field or right center. It's going to be over the head. Or no, it's caught. It is caught. A terrific catch in center field by Darian Gray. He ran an incredible distance to pull that one in over the shoulder as it was flying over his head. Big defensive play there for St. Clair, and that's the first out of the 5th inning. That is what you call a loud out. That would have been extra bases, certainly, for Costa. So Ty Martin now comes up for the Humber Hawks. He's the third baseman, takes a ball from Taylor Papin. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning in his only plate appearance so far tonight. Lefty versus lefty here. Papin's pitch is inside for ball 2. And that was a great catch by Darian Gray there for St. Clair in center field. The way both teams are pitching here tonight, 1 run could be enough to win a game like this. That pitch is inside for ball 3. Humber looking, of course, for insurance. You can never have enough runs in baseball, of course. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1. Taylor Papin from Brantford with 6 strikeouts in the ball game. He has issued 2 walks. The count is 3-1 here to Ty Martin. That pitch is a strike. 3-2. Papin has done a remarkable job in this game. He gets deep into counts, but finds a way to get the out either through a strikeout or fly ball. Full count pitch. It is high. So there's a 1-out base runner for Humber. 3rd walk of the ball game. And again, base runners have been hard to come by for the Humber Hawks. They have 1 run in this game on just 1 hit, and it was an infield single on a bunt. First pitch to Jared Gonzalez. The shortstop is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Ty Martin is at first base. Keep an eye on him. Does not go. Gonzalez swings and fouls it. 1-1. Jared Gonzalez, the first-year shortstop, squares the bunt. It's in high and tight. He gets out of the way of that. Man. That was coming in high and hard. Count is 2-1. Taylor Papin will see that pitch fouled off. Bunt attempt. Gonzalez not able to get it down. Count goes to 2-2. The Hawks with a runner at first here with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Humber with a 1-0 lead. Gonzalez now, 2-2 count. Likely not bunting now. He swings and hits it to second base and through. It's a base hit. Second hit of the game for Humber. That moves up Ty Martin to second. 2 on now with 1 out. Turns the lineup over for a real heavy hitter in Liam Sutherland. Liam Sutherland, the leadoff hitter for the Hawks. Center fielder, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flied out to center. Struck out looking in the third. That time he rips it to center field. That's a base hit. Martin is going to be held at third. The bases are loaded now with 1 out. 2 consecutive hits following a walk, and something cooking here for Humber. So now as we go through the third time through the lineup, we'll see what Humber, or what St. Clair intends to do here defensively. There's nobody in the bullpen at this point. 3 hits in the ball game for Humber, but 2 of them have come here in this inning. And if you remember, Brandon Costa, to lead off this inning, hit a screamer to deep center field that was just caught at the last moment by Darian Gray. So there have been some hard hit balls here in this game, or in this inning, by the Humber Hawks, and they are threatening to expand their lead here in the 5th inning. And they've got a lot of players who can take care of business at the plate. Here's one of them, Justin Mara. The catcher in this game, he's 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning, walked and scored the only run of the game back in the 4th. Only run of the game so far. St. Clair looking to get out of this one. Ty Martin at third, Jared Gonzalez at second, and Liam Sutherland at first. The bases loaded, 1 out. Justin Mara will look at strike 1. Off-speed pitch just dropped into the zone there. Strike 1. Taylor Pappen definitely in a jam situation here. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled down the left side, or left field line. Still rolling as it trickles down behind the third base coach box. Count is 0-2. So Pappen gets ahead of a very dangerous hitter. He is looking to get some kind of out here without another run scoring. That pitch just misses. 1-2. Patrick Kibble tried to squeeze that and hold it for a strike, but not able to convince the umpire. 1-2. That ball is lifted down the left field line. It goes a long way, but it's out of play. Count remains 1-2. Justin Mara batted .346 in the regular season, .453 on base, .500 slugging percentage. He can hit the ball. Pappen fires low. Good block by Kibble there. Can't afford to let anything get by here with the bases loaded. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Justin Mara. Big threat here for the Hawks. Threatening to blow this game open. Time is called by Patrick Kibble, the catcher. Nowhere to put Justin Mara. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Great off-speed pitch, and Mara was fooled on that. And that's the second out. It's the first strikeout in a while for Taylor Pappen, but it's his 7th of the ball game. 7 strikeouts. And Andrew Thompson will come up now, the left fielder. He's 1 for 2 in the game, had a bunt single back in the 4th for the only run of that led to the only run of the game. He fouls that pitch off for strike 1. 0-1. 2 out here in the 5th inning. The bases are loaded for Humber. Thompson, .422 average. The best hitter this year in the OCAA. The 0-1 pitch is grounded to first. Bounces nicely for the first baseman, Brendan Renault, and the inning is over. Boy, talk about getting out of a jam. Bases loaded, and no runs come in there for St. Clair, so they hold the fort. They still trail it, though. After 4.5 innings complete, it's the Humber Hawks 1, and the St. Clair Saints no score. Back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, the OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. Brian Oliver calling this game, and hoping you're enjoying a real pitcher's duel and a real nail-biter here between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. We go to the 6th inning. Humber leading by a narrow 1-0 margin. St. Clair getting out of a monster jam there in the 5th inning as Humber had threatened with the bases loaded and not able to score, and that really lifted the dugout for the St. Clair Saints as they came off the field there. Let's see if that energy level translates into the offensive side of things here in the 6th inning. The leadoff hitter is Kyle Gagnon for the Saints. Looks at a strike, then swings at a strike. The count is 0-2. Brandon Lyons, starting pitcher for Humber, remains in the game. No runs, just 3 hits he's given up so far in the game. And there's a strike taken for strike 3. 1 away here for St. Clair in the top of the 6th inning. Strikeout number 8. 8 strikeouts now for Brandon Lyons. That'll bring up one of the players who has one of the 3 hits for St. Clair, Miguel Cienfuegos. And the first pitch Cienfuegos takes is a ball, 1-0. Does represent the tying run in this game. There's a pitch that's in there for a strike. Brandon Lyons throwing that one in there with authority. The left-handed hitter stands in, all in on that one, and misses it as it drops off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Miguel Cienfuegos. Base paths are empty. 1 away here, top of the 6th inning. St. Clair trailing Humber 1-0. Pitch just misses. Count goes to 2-2. See what Lyons does here with the 2-2 pitch. That's chopped foul. Tyler Lansley waits on deck for the St. Clair Saints. Lyons with the 2-2 pitch is hammered to second base, and it is caught. Keegan Murphy with a nice play. Well struck, but a great catch defensively, and there are 2 out. So that line out to second is the second out of the inning. And here comes Tyler Lansley. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game with a ground out and a strikeout. No runs on 3 hits so far for St. Clair against Brandon Lyons. Lansley takes the first pitch for a ball or for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Lyons really feeling in a groove right now. 0-2. Pitch is in the dirt. Two out, nobody on here for St. Clair in the top of the 6th. They are running out of outs in this game. Now that ball hit Lansley. So that's a 2-out break, and that's a big break for St. Clair. Lansley had 2 strikes on him. Now he's on first. That represents the tying run. And it'll bring up Brendan Renault, first baseman. Now Renault is, as I mentioned, 0 for 2 in the game with 2 strikeouts. And we're going to see a pinch runner here. Ryan Holmes. So Ryan Holmes will come to pinch run here for Tyler Lansley. Strike taken. Renault shrugs his shoulders, didn't like that call. Certainly was above his belt. Maybe a little high in the zone. 0-1. The Saints with speed there on the base pass. That ball is lifted to left field, and it's going to be caught. Andrew Thompson backed up and then came in to catch it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs. St. Clair strands a base runner. We've played 5.5 innings now. Humber leading 1-0. And back at Kinsman Stadium, OCAA Men's 2018 Baseball Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. Brian Oliver here, hoping you're enjoying this pitcher's duel between the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs for St. Clair, no runs, 3 hits and 1 error. For the Humber Hawks, 1 run, 3 hits and no errors. So just 6 hits in the ball game and only 1 run scored as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff hitter is Dennis DeBanning. He's the designated hitter for Humber in this game. He's 0 for 2. Facing Taylor Papin, the starting left-handed pitcher for St. Clair, remains in the game here in the bottom of the 6th. Papin's delivery is swung on a miss. The count runs to 1-1. Papin with 7 strikeouts in the ball game. The only run of this ball game came in the Humber 4th. There's another swing and a miss by DeBanning, 1-2. In that inning, Justin Mara led off with a walk. He moved up to second on a bunt. An infield turned into an infield hit. The 1-2 pitch taken outside to 2-2. Close pitch there. Back in that 4th inning, on that bunt, Taylor Papin tried to field it, but was unable to shuffle it over to the first baseman. The ball got away, and that moved the runners up to 2nd and 3rd. DeBanning fouls that one off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. Back in that 4th inning, so the runners at 2nd and 3rd because of that error. The Humber Hawks were able to sacrifice on a squeeze play their only run of the game. There's another strikeout for Taylor Papin as DeBanning goes down swinging. That's strikeout number 8. 1 away here in the 6th inning. So again, the only run of this ball game coming on a squeeze play in the 4th inning for the Humber Hawks. And it was Keegan Murphy, the batter now, who got that bunt down to score Mara with the only run of the ball game. And that's where we are right now, bottom of the 6th inning, Humber with a 1-0 lead. Keegan Murphy, 0 for 1. He had that sacrifice bunt that squeezed the only run in the game. He struck out looking back in the 2nd. Big right-handed hitter. Fouls that one sky high back behind the plate. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here for the Humber Hawks. Bottom of the 6th inning, Hawks with a 1-0 lead. Winner of this game, reminder, goes right to the gold medal matchup tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock here at Kinsman Stadium. That ball is low. 2-1. The wind starting to pick up just a little bit here. As expected, it's supposed to be a very windy night here in Oshawa. The 2-1 pitch is high for ball 3, 3-1. The wind certainly favoring the hitters at this point. Humber looking to add some insurance, and there is a base on balls as Keegan Murphy goes down to first base. 1 out and a runner on. Humber looking for some insurance here in the 6th inning. It'll be Hunter Bisser, first baseman. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He has a walk. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the 4th. That ball is in the dirt. It's in the legs. Great job by Patrick Kibble. That was down around his cleats, and it was actually almost between the shoes of the umpire. He quickly found it to make sure that Keegan Murphy was not able to move from first base. Good defensive play. There's a strike taken. Count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. That pitch is high and gets away from Kibble. He cannot bring that one down. And that will move Keegan Murphy to second base on the wild pitch. The score is 1-0 in favor of Humber. They are batting in the home half of the sixth inning here. They have a runner at second with one away. Count is 2-1 to Hunter Bisser. That ball is fouled hard back over the right field side, or the first base side. 2-2. Taylor Papin worked out of a bases loaded jam in the last inning. Looking for a punch out here. And try and keep Keegan Murphy at second base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Again, just one out. That ball will be high. Count runs to 3-2. And now we're starting to see some action start in the St. Clair bullpen as they send down a pitcher and a catcher to start stretching and getting somebody ready to come in just in case. Taylor Papin's 3-2 pitch is outside for another walk. Now, that certainly does put the double play in order as Keegan Murphy remains at second base. First base was open on that. So now first and second with one out. And we're going to see a mound visit here as the Saints are going to talk things over from a defensive standpoint. So 8 strikeouts for Taylor Papin. But 5 walks. 8 strikeouts and 5 walks. And Papin has been in a lot of deep counts in this game. A lot of times it's been up to 3-2. Many cases he's been able to get out of it. But so far this inning he hasn't. Couple of walks after a strikeout to DeBanning. Since then, Keegan Murphy and Hunter Bisser have been issued walks. And Brandon Costa will come up now, the right fielder. 0 for 2 in the ballgame, strikeout and flight out to deep center back in the 5th. He really got into that pitch, but it was a great catch by Darian Gray that robbed him of extra bases. First pitch is fouled out of play to the left side. Humber looking for a ticket to the gold medal matchup tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. They would go into that game with no losses. It's a double knockout tournament, so you keep playing until you lose twice. Here's the 0-1 pitch. The runners go with the pitch. They throw down to third, and safe at third is Keegan Murphy, and Hunter Bisser runs up to second. So a double steal for the Hawks. Real close play at third. Patrick Kibble came up with it, threw down hard to third. But getting in just under the tag was Keegan Murphy. So now both runners in scoring position. One away. That could turn out to be a huge play in this inning. Now Brandon Costa can hit a fly ball for a sacrifice fly. Squeeze is possible. That ball is inside. It hits him. That ball hit Brandon Costa, and the bases are loaded. So it's another jam here in the 6th inning. If you remember, Taylor Papin left the bases loaded back in the 5th, but now he's got the bases loaded again here in the 6th. Still only trails this game 1-0. It'll be Ty Martin now, third baseman, 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out and walked. Big situation here for Humber. Looking to blow this open yet again. Papin's delivery is low. Ball 1. Jared Gonzalez awaits on deck. St. Clair looking for a double play to end this inning if they can. Here's the 1-0. It's very high for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes now. There's 3 balls and no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes to Ty Martin. Nowhere to put him. Insurance runs all over the place here for Humber if they can bring them in. Only 1 out. Papin's delivery is low, ball 4. He walks in a run. That's the 6th walk of the game for Papin. 8 strikeouts and 6 walks. That makes it a 2-0 ball game. So that's an RBI for Martin. And the score is 2-0. We're going to see a mound visit here, and I think that's the end of the line for Taylor Papin. And it is. And we're going to see a relief pitcher come on here for the St. Clair Saints. Papin leaves the ball game trailing 2-0, and he leaves the bases loaded. Was a great effort. 8 strikeouts, but 6 walks. He also hit a batter, and he also threw a ball away on that bunt back in the 4th inning. So it was he had great power throughout the game, but was not able to seal the deal for St. Clair here. And he is out of the game with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the new pitcher for St. Clair looks to be Michael Hamlin. And that's who it is. Michael Hamlin will pitch from the right side. But he inherits a very difficult situation here in the bottom of the 6th inning. His team down a couple of runs. The bases are loaded with 1 out. And Humber looking to seal, or at least add some insurance to make things easier for themselves defensively in the 7th. And that'll bring up Jared Gonzalez. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. Comes up in a situation to really help his team here. The count is 1-0. That ball gets away. Runner comes home from 3rd and safe at the plate on the wild pitch is Hunter Bisser. 3-0 for Humber. So there's another run for the Hawks as they up their lead here with a couple of runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 for Humber. And there are more base runners out on the path. Runners at 2nd and 3rd here, 1 away, and the count to Gonzalez is 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch is inside for ball 3. Michael Hamlin on in relief for Taylor Papin. The 3-0 pitch is low for ball 4. The bases are loaded again. And that brings up Liam Sutherland. We talked about him. He is a power hitter extraordinaire. And he comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch from Michael Hamlin to Sutherland is low for a ball. It's ball 5. Hamlin yet to throw a strike. Big pressure situation. You're trying to keep it to a 3-run game. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. Sutherland is 1 for 3 in the game with a single, a flyout, and a strikeout. Three nothing Humber, bottom of the 6th. That pitch is taken for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, just the 1 out so far here in this very difficult 6th inning for the St. Clair Saints. Here's the 1-2. That is grounded to third, and it goes off the leg of the third baseman, and that is going to bring in the 4th run. Humber now with a 4-0 lead. It looked like Tyler Lansley was thinking about maybe trying to turn a double play on that. As it turns out, the ball hit him in the leg, and everybody's safe. Probably would be scored an error, but we'll wait and see. Here's Justin Mara. Michael Hamlin delivers a strike to him. That pitch is lofted left field side, and it drops. It was catchable actually for the catcher, but Patrick Kibble thought it was out of play, and it actually landed right in the on-deck circle for St. Clair. That could have been an out. Didn't realize it was still going to be in play. So that's not a good break for St. Clair. Count is 0-2 to Justin Mara. Bases loaded, 1 out. That ball is hit to short. And nowhere near in time with that is Kevin Dion. The ball was hit to deep short. Dion tried to fling that one a la Derek Jeter, and not in time. That's an infield single for Mara, and the beat goes on. Another run in for Humber. Score is now 5-0. Andrew Thompson comes to the plate now, again with the bases loaded. Big swing and a big miss there against Michael Hamlin. 5-0 the score. Still only 1 out. This has been a bat-around inning now for Humber. This is the 9th batter of the inning. 4 runs in. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Humber with 1 run in the 4th, but now 4 here in the 6th to blow it open, 5-0. That pitch is hammered to center field. That's going to drop in. That's going to score at least 1 run, and they'll hold everybody up after that. But it's an RBI single for Andrew Thompson, and it's a 6-0 ball game. So Dennis DeBanning will come up again. He started this inning. He's the only out of the inning so far. He led off with a strikeout. That ball is behind DeBanning for ball 1. DeBanning led off the inning with a strikeout, and the game at that point was still 1-0. Since then, no outs at all. DeBanning grounds that one to second base. They will get a run at, the run will come home. They will get DeBanning out at first base for the second out of the inning, but another run comes in. It's an RBI for DeBanning, and the count is now 7-0 Humber. DeBanning has made 2 outs in the same inning. But 6 runs in for Humber. DeBanning, of course, will be happy with the RBI there for sure. Michael Hamlin's pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. Runners at second and third now, 2 away for Humber. That ball is grounded. It's going to be a tough play for the catcher. Kibble will fire it to first for the final out of the inning. And a nightmare inning for the St. Clair Saints has come to an end. 6 runs for the Hawks. We've played 6 innings, and at the end of 6, it's Humber 7 and St. Clair no score. And we're back at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, OCAA Men's Baseball Championship 2018, presented by Bel Air Direct. Brian Oliver here. Hope you're enjoying this game between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. A real close pitcher's duel was blown open here by the Hawks with 6 runs in the 6th inning. 6 runs coming in, and by my count, those 6 runs scored on just 2 hits. 6 runs on 2 hits, and there was a batter hit and 4 walks. So things falling apart for the Saints here, and they face a major uphill battle in the 7th inning, the 7th and final chance here for St. Clair in this game. They're going to need a lot of base runners and in a hurry. First batter of the inning fouls one down the right field line just to the right of the first base bag. That was a long inning for Humber, and it was a long inning for Brandon Lyons, the pitcher for Humber, as he sat in the dugout for a long period of time while his teammates were scoring tons of runs for him. And he's been the starting pitcher. He's still in the ball game, and he's looking to complete things here for the Hawks and put the Hawks into the gold medal matchup at 1 o'clock tomorrow here at Kinsman Stadium. Garrett Goddard is the leadoff batter for the Saints. He pops that one up, and it's out of play. Count is 0-2. Garrett Goddard is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He doubled back in the 4th. St. Clair, though, with no runs in this game, they have just 3 hits. No runs on 3 hits. Humber with 7 runs on 5 hits. That ball is grounded to short. Gonzalez out with it and will fire off to first for the first out of the inning. Nice play. 1 up, 1 down. So that'll bring up the catcher, Patrick Kibble. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. It was a long inning for him as the catcher back in the 6th inning. That inning just would not seem to end for the Saints. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Brandon Lyons looking to close things out here for Humber. That ball is hit to shortstop. Gonzalez makes a nice scoop, fires to first. What a play. Gonzalez with a spectacular scoop to trap it just at the back of the infield and fires a gun over to first base. Patrick Kibble was going all in on that. He dove head first to try and beat the throw, but was not successful. Hopefully he did not jam his hand on that. He seems to be favoring it a bit. Maybe he's just taking his glove off as he goes over. But what a great play by Gonzalez. 2 out. So Brandon Lyons now just 1 out away. The batter is Darian Gray. Sorry, it is a pinch hitter. Count is 0-2. The pinch hitter came up so quickly it didn't get a chance to announce him. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was Keyshawn Such. The game is over. Swing and a miss for strike 3. No runs on 3 hits in this game. And Humber makes a big statement in this tournament with a 7-0 win over the St. Clair Saints, blowing open a tight 1-0 game with 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Humber remains undefeated in the tournament. They have 2 wins and no losses. St. Clair, with their first loss, will now play in the bronze medal game tomorrow morning against the Fanshawe Falcons. That game is scheduled for a 10 o'clock start here at Kinsman Stadium. St. Clair against Fanshawe. The winner of that game will advance to the gold medal matchup against the Humber Hawks, who just won this game. And the winner of tomorrow morning's game will also, in order to win the championship, have to beat Humber twice in order to claim the gold medal. So Humber certainly in the driver's seat in this tournament as they look to try and end the 5-year reign of the St. Clair Saints. No one else has won this tournament since it was instituted back in the 2013-2014 season. Taylor Pappin is named the player of the game for the St. Clair Saints. Had a terrific start, 8 strikeouts, but he did have a couple of walks and was not able to, his offense just wasn't able to support him. Brendan Lyons is the player of the game for Humber. He threw a complete game and was outstanding and gets a round of applause from his teammates as the Humber Hawks walk off victorious. So again, Humber tomorrow would only have to win 1 game to win the gold medal. They will play the winner of the game between Fanshawe and St. Clair tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and then Humber will play the winner of that game at 1 o'clock with only needing 1 victory. If the Humber Hawks were to lose that game at 1 o'clock, then they would have a single loss. There would be a second gold medal game later tomorrow afternoon here at Kinsman Stadium. So a quick recap. Final score in this game, 7-0, Humber over St. Clair. Again, earlier this evening, Durham Lords were eliminated from the tournament by the Fanshawe Falcons 7-6 in a big comeback win for the Falcons with 4 runs to erase a 3-run deficit in the final inning. So we hope you're able to join us tomorrow morning for the bronze medal game between St. Clair and Fanshawe here at Kinsman Stadium and the championship game or games tomorrow afternoon. You've been listening to the OCAA Men's Baseball 2018 Championship presented by Bel Air Direct. My name is Brian Oliver. Good night from Oshawa.